Namaste. So my name is Dori and today's class will be a winter warmer class because here in Australia it's getting a little bit cooler, so I thought to do a winter warmer to warm your body, warm your heart and calm the mind. And if you're based somewhere else and it's coming into summer in your part of the world, then you still enjoy this class because there will be some core work, there will be some balancing, there will be some forward folds. So yeah, enjoy. So let's just find a comfortable seated position. We're just sitting either cross-legged, sitting on our heels, maybe using a prop underneath the hips. As usual, just to relax and making sure that you have a nice and tall spine, shoulders relaxed. And close down your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Let's just focus on our breathing first. You don't have to do anything else, just notice your breath. Allowing the breath and the mind to settle. Just checking in with your body, allowing the pelvis and your belly to relax, allowing your jaw and your facial muscles to relax and the neck and your throat to be soft. Sometimes we hold so much tension that first time as we sit down we're just kind of like a super stressful ball, so just allow our body to gradually release. And being aware of our breath. When you're ready, you can maybe bring the left hand up onto your chest and the right hand onto your belly close to the navel. Just starting to deepen that breathing. As you breathe in, filling up your belly, the rib cage, the chest. As you breathe out, releasing through the chest, the rib cage and down the belly. And now we're going to just bring our hands down into our lap. Just continue the same breathing. And now we can gently open our eyes and just take a big inhalation, lift the shoulders up, and as you exhale, just exhale out through the mouth. You can even sigh out a big one and drop your shoulders. One more time. Take a big inhalation, reach your arms over your head, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering your arms down. Nice. And now we're going to just start to warm our body up by rubbing our palms together. Once you feel they're nice and warm, you can place them to your closed eyes. And let's just repeat to make them even warmer. This is also, besides warming up, this is also very nice and calming for the eyes. So in case you start to feel that your eyes are getting tired as you work, you can take a few moments and just do this. It's really nice. Now we're going to rub our ears, so let's just bring our hands, so that the palms of your hands onto your ears, and let's just rub them for a few moments. Nice, and then we're going to give our head a little massage. So place your fingertips in a circle shape into the top of your forehead, and we're going to do some little circling movements back towards the back of our ears. And down the back of your head. And down up to the top of your head, and then you can give yourself any kind of massage that feels nice. Maybe massaging your neck a little. Beautiful. Now reaching your arms up, and as you exhale, releasing them down. Now let's just give our legs a little massage, so you can stretch them in front of you. If this is too much, if you cannot, fold forward, and you can just bend your knees. This is not about forward fold just yet. This is about massaging the legs. So you can bring your thumbs, index and middle fingers up to the top of your thighs, and then from there we're just going to go down towards our ankles and toes, and then going back again. Just a few more times. You can give it a little dynamism so that you can start to feel nice and warm. And then you can now just turn your toes in and then out just a few times, and then maybe giving the arches a little bit of massage, and your ankles. Great, now you can shake your legs out. Beautiful, and then just coming back into a cross-legged position. So again, just sitting nice and tall. And as we exhale, we are just going to start to fold forward. This is just a gentle forward fold. Keeping your sitting bones nice and grounded. In case you start to lift them, then just come back to center. Ground them down, and as you exhale, start to walk your hands forward. Maybe it's just a few millimeters. Remember, this is just a warm-up. Maybe you can place your palms down. If you're flexible, you can bring your forearms down as well, but that's not the point. Take a few moments here. And now we are going to twist from here. So we are doing like a circle shape with our arms. So we are going to inhale and bring the left arm forward and then up, and then start to twist as you exhale, bringing the arm back, and then just repeat with the right arm. Forward, up, and as you exhale, twisting, and then bring it forward one more time on each side. Beautiful. Now we are coming into our hands and knees, into a table position, wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and legs are hip width apart. And let's just start to do some cat and cow flows. As we inhale, we open your chest. As we exhale, we round through the spine. Tuck the tailbone under. As you inhale, open. Exhale, round. Move in harmony with the breath. And one more time. And as you inhale, coming back to center. Now we're going to just lengthen the left leg back. Keep your toes down on your mat and reach with your right arm forward, making sure that you don't collapse into the left shoulder. So keeping length in between the shoulder and your ear. Keeping length in your core. Don't allow the core to tilt. And once you got that alignment, you can lift the back leg up. It's really important to keep the alignment. As we exhale, we bring the elbow and knee together around the spine and bow our head. As we inhale, we reach with our leg and the arm. And then repeat as you exhale, round as you inhale, reach. 2 more times. As you exhale, release, and then just continue on the other side. Again, reach the leg back, lift the left arm, check in with your alignment, and then lift the right leg up, and then continue with the breath. One more time. And as you exhale, release. And now we are just sitting back onto our heels, so you can keep your toes curly. If you had your toes pointing, then try to curl your toes. And then you can just lift your knees up and see if your toes are facing forward. We want to keep our ankles and toes together. Coming into summer in your part of the world, and you still enjoy this class because there will be some core work, there will be some balancing, there will be some forward folds. So yeah, enjoy. So let's just find a comfortable seated position. We're just sitting either cross-legged, sitting on our heels, maybe using a prop underneath the hips. As usual, just to relax and making sure that you have a nice and tall spine, shoulders relaxed. And close down your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Let's just focus on our breathing first. You don't have to do anything else, just notice your breath. Allowing the breath and the mind to settle. Just checking in with your body, allowing the pelvis and your belly to relax, allowing your jaw and your facial muscles to relax, and the neck and your throat to be soft. Sometimes we hold so much tension that first time as we sit down we are just kind of like a super stressful ball. So just allow our body to gradually release, and being aware of our breath. When you're ready, you can maybe bring the left hand up onto your chest and the right hand onto your belly, close to the navel. Just starting to deepen that breathing. As you breathe in, filling up your belly, the rib cage, the chest. As you breathe out, releasing through the chest, the rib cage, and down the belly. And now we're going to just bring our hands down into our lap. Just continue the same breathing. And now we can gently open our eyes and just take a big inhalation, lift the shoulders up, and as you exhale, just exhale out through the mouth. You can even sigh out a big one and drop your shoulders. One more time. Take a big inhalation, reach your arms over your head, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering your arms down. Nice. And now we're going to just start to warm our body up by rubbing our palms together. Once you feel they're nice and warm, you can place them to your closed eyes. And let's just repeat to make them even warmer. This is also, besides warming up, this is also very nice and calming for the eyes. So in case you start to feel that your eyes are getting tired as you work, you can take a few moments and just do this. It's really nice. Now we're going to rub our ears. So let's just bring your hands, set up the palms of your hands onto your ears, and let's just rub them for a few moments. Nice, and then we're going to give our head a little massage. So place your fingertips in a circle shape into the top of your forehead, and we're going to do some little circling movements back towards the back of our ears. And down the back of your head. And down up to the top of your head, and then you can give yourself any kind of massage that feels nice. Maybe massaging your neck a little. Beautiful. Now reaching your arms up, and as you exhale, releasing them down. Now let's just give our legs a little massage, so you can stretch them in front of you. If this is too much, if you cannot, fold forward, then you can just bend your knees. This is not about forward fold just yet. This is about massaging the legs. So you can bring your thumbs, index and middle fingers up to the top of your thighs, and then from there we're just going to go down towards our ankles and toes, and then going back again. Just a few more times. You can give it a little dynamism so that you can start to feel nice and warm. And then you can now just turn your toes in and then out just a few times, and then maybe giving the arches a little bit of massage, and your ankles. Great, now you can shake your legs out. Beautiful. And then just coming back into a cross-legged position, so again just sitting nice and tall. And as we exhale, we are just going to start to fold forward. This is just a gentle forward fold, keeping your sitting bones nice and grounded. In case you start to lift them, then just come back to center, ground them down, and as you exhale, start to walk your hands forward. Maybe it's just a few millimeters. Remember, this is just a warm-up. Maybe you can place your palms down. If you're flexible, you can bring your forearms down as well, but that's not the point. Take a few moments here. And now we are going to twist from here. So we are doing like a circle shape with our arms. So we are going to inhale and bring the left arm forward and then up, and then start to twist as you exhale, bringing the arm back, and then just repeat with the right arm. Forward, up, and as you exhale, twisting, and then bring it forward one more time on each side. Beautiful. Now we are coming into our hands and knees, into a table position, wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and legs are hip width apart. And let's just start to do some cat and cow flows. As we inhale, we open your chest. As we exhale, we round through the spine. Tuck the tailbone under. As you inhale, open. Exhale, round. Move in harmony with the breath. And one more time. And as you inhale, coming back to center. Now we're going to just lengthen the left leg back. Keep your toes down on your mat and reach with your right arm forward, making sure that you don't collapse into the left shoulder. So keeping length in between the shoulder and your ear. Keeping length in your core. Don't allow the core to tilt. And once you got that alignment, you can lift the back leg up. It's really important to keep the alignment. As we exhale, we bring the elbow and knee together around the spine and bow our head. As we inhale, we reach with our leg and the arm. And then repeat as you exhale, round as you inhale, reach. 2 more times. As you exhale, release, and then just continue on the other side. Again, reach the leg back, lift the left arm, check in with your alignment, and then lift the right leg up, and then continue with the breath. One more time. And as you exhale, release. And now we are just sitting back onto our heels, so you can keep your toes curly. If you had your toes pointing, then try to curl your toes. And then you can just lift your knees up and then just sitting down onto our heels. A little bit of stretching for our toes. If this is too much, or if you have an injury in your feet or in your toes, then you might just want to keep pointing with your toes. That's all right. We're going to add a little flowy movement here as well. So as we inhale, we're going to reach our arms up. And now if you just imagine if you were to jump in water, we're just going to bring our arms forward and then slide them forward, coming down into an extended puppy pose. You can lower your forehead down, reaching with your fingertips forward. Beautiful stretching for the spine. And then from here, as you exhale, sliding your arms back and rounding through the spine, bringing your hips forward, rolling back up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhaling, coming down, jumping that water. Into a puppy pose. Take an inhalation here. And as you exhale, sliding back, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. One more time. Reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, coming down, bring your hands forward, curling your toes, lifting your hips up. First, downward facing dog position, so you can step your feet a little bit wider now. Maybe hip width apart, maybe even wider if you have tightness in your hamstrings, and you can start to walk your dog out. Lowering your heels down one by one, making sure you press through the fingers, through the hands. And distribute the weight equally in your hands, lengthening through the arms, shoulders away from the ears. And just listening words. You can pause here. And you can even exhale out through the mouth. And from here we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. So normally we would walk our feet forward. Now this time we're walking our hands towards our feet. Into a forward fold position. As you exhale, you can bend your knees. We want to protect the spine, so we want to have the spine weightless. And from here you can start to sway from side to side. You can shake your head as well to make sure that you don't hold any tension in your neck. You can sway dynamically or nice and slowly, whichever feels the best for you. And from here we're going to walk forward, but in a way that we're going to cross the legs each time. So let's just inhale and starting with the left leg, stepping it, crossing the leg. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale now, crossing the right leg. And then just continue as you inhale, step one foot forward, and as you exhale, fold. You can again keep your knees a tiny bit bent, that's all right. Or if this is better to keep your knees straight, but you need a little bit of support underneath your hands, you might want to use a block in each hand, or if you have a chair maybe in front of you, you can kind of walk with it. I know it sounds weird, but if you need to use props, you can be creative. As you exhale, fold, and just continue.
Once you've reached the top of your mat, just take a moment there and pause. And in your next inhalation, start to roll up to standing vertebra by vertebrae. You can bring your legs back into hip width apart position. And just standing in Tadasana now, so feet about hip width apart, lengthening through the legs, through the thighs, activate your thigh muscles, keeping space in your lower back and in your belly, shoulders relaxing away from your ears. So you can check in with yourself. Tadasana is a very important pose because many of the other poses have the same alignment. Think about plank, think about downward dog, or think about other standing poses. We want to keep similar alignment. And now we are going to bring our hands, crossing our hands and interlacing your fingers behind the back of your head. So just bring it so that you can support your neck. And we are going to inhale, lengthen. You can bring a little bit of arch, bring a little bit of back bend here if that feels comfortable, opening your chest towards the ceiling. You can keep your knees bent and knees soft. And as you exhale, rounding through the spine, bringing your elbows as close as possible as you can. You can bend your knees. As you inhale, open here. Exhaling round. And as you inhale, coming back to center. And now this time you're going to look down towards the left shoulder and bringing that right elbow in. As we exhale. As we inhale, we're opening our elbows and looking up towards that right elbow. Exhaling, looking down. And closing your arms, inhaling, opening and looking up. One more time. And coming back to center and repeat on the other side. Take an inhalation and as you exhale, you kick down towards your hip. As you inhale, opening and looking up towards the left elbow. 2 more times. Great, and as you exhale, release, just twist a few times. Great, now we're going to do some sun salutations. So step to the top of your mat, 2 feet hip width apart. You can also bring them together as you inhale, reach your arms up. Maybe back bending, maybe not. As you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, half forward fold, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold, bring your hands down on your mat and walk back into a plank position. Now you might be wanting to do a kneeling plank, or you want to do maybe full high plank. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows and lower your chest and chin, and then lengthen all the way down to the floor. As you inhale, we're coming into cobra, so slide your hands to be a little bit lower than your shoulders, pointing through the toes and lift up. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, folding forward, curling your toes, lifting up as you inhale. And as you exhale, back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here. Maybe you still want to walk it out, or maybe just posing here for a few moments, keeping your breath flowing. As you inhale now, look in front of you and start to walk or hop forward. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, half forward fold. You can bring your hands into your shins or thighs and maybe down on the mat, but making sure that you can keep your spine nice and long. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, standing up.
As you exhale, lower your arms, and let's just continue. As we inhale, we reach our arms up. As we exhale, we fold. As we inhale, we hop forward, fold, and as we exhale, we step back into our plank. Now you can either come down through chaturanga by coming up into your tippy toes, bending your elbows and lower down. If that is too much, come down, first lowering your knees. As you inhale, either cobra or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to lift the left leg and bend the knee and hugging the knee nice and close towards the body, coming towards a plank position, and then stepping that foot in between your hands and lowering the right knee down. We're coming into a lunge position. As we inhale, we lift our arms up, maybe back bending here, maybe just staying in the center. And as you exhale, coming down, curling the right toes and stepping back into downward facing dog. Take a pause here, maybe exhale out through the mouth. And then continue with the right leg, lifting it up and then bending the knee, hugging the leg nice and close, and then stepping forward, lowering the left knee and coming up into a lunge. Crescent moon. As you exhale next time, coming down, curling the left toes and step back into downward facing dog position. On the next inhalation, step or hop forward. If you're hopping, make sure you arrive nice and softly. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold, and as you inhale, standing up. As you exhale, lowering your hands down. And let's just do a third one, a last one. As we inhale, we reach up. If you feel that my rhythm is a bit too slow for you, feel free to fasten it, and if you feel it's a bit too quick for you, then you can slow it down. And then back into plank. Taking our vinyasa. So vinyasa means flow, and we usually say when we're going down through either chaturanga and then up to upward facing dog or cobra. And as we exhale, we're going back into downward facing dog. We're going to do some core work here. So on the next exhalation, we're going to come down towards the tabletop position, but we're not lowering our knees down. So the knees are just coming close to the mat, a few inches or a few centimeters away. So you can start to feel your core is really nicely working here as you exhale back into downward dog. And one more time. Inhale, coming forward, lower your knees, but don't touch the mat, keeping them away. Exhale back to downward dog, and let's just repeat one more time. I'm trying to stay here for 3 breaths. If this is too much for you, you can either go back to downward dog earlier or lower down into a child's pose position. Making sure you don't collapse in your shoulders, lifting up. Arm muscles also activated. As you exhale next time, when you're ready, go back to downward facing dog, and we're lowering down into child's pose. So any version of child's pose that works for you, maybe keeping your knees close, bring your arms by your side, palms facing up, and lower your forehead down. If your forehead is not touching the mat, you can use maybe a block or a cushion underneath. And just allowing your shoulders and arms to relax. Next time as you inhale, coming up
in your own time. And as you exhale back into downward dog, just a quick downward dog as we inhale, we walk or hop forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to fold. And as you inhale, coming up. And as you exhale, lowering your arms down. Great. Now we're going to do some balancing sequences now. So let's just start to shift your weight towards that right leg, and we're going to lift the left leg. So you can just gaze in a stable spot in front of you, having your Tadasana alignment again. And once you're ready, once you have your balance, you can lift that left leg up, hug the knee in nice and close to your body, making sure your shoulders are not lifted. Great, and as you exhale, release. And let's just do this on the other side. So shifting the weight to the left leg. When you're ready, lifting the right leg up. You can use the wall with one hand, that's all right. Exhaling, coming down. We're going to add to this one, we're going to flow back into a warrior three position. So just move nice and consciously. Find your balance first. You can lift that left leg up just a few millimeters. And once you've found your balance, you can hug the knee in. And as you exhale, slowly, still keep gazing onto that spot. Very slowly start to move that left leg back, keeping both legs nice and engaged, hips leveled. And then bring that leg back to be in the midline of your body. You can bring your arms alongside of the body, palms facing up, and now you can gaze just down in front of you. You can keep the right knee a tiny bit bent if you need to. When you inhale, moving nice and consciously, coming forward, and try to hug the knee without bringing the toes down. If you need to, that's all right. Exhaling, release, shaking your legs out, and let's just do this on the other side. So you can hug the knee in first. As you exhale, slowly, consciously moving back into a warrior three, flex your right foot. Next time as you inhale, start to bring that right leg forward and hug the knee in again, last time. And as you exhale, release, shake your legs out, well done. And as we inhale, we reach arms up. As we exhale, we come down, plant your hands down, and step back into a plank position. And from a plank position, we're going back into downward facing dog. So now I want you to pose here and just look to your screen, because I'll be showing you some different versions of the pose and the next pose that you can do at home. So you're going to do side plank, and side plank has a lot of variations that you can do based on your needs. So the easiest version is to start from table position, bringing your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and you can maybe start with the right leg, bringing it back and then turning up onto the left side of your body and reaching that right arm up. So this is one version. Next version, you can start it from plank position. So we're going to point our toes or coming onto, okay, I'm going to repeat this. So the next version, we are going to start from plank, and we're going to come onto the edge of the foot, and you can just step that right foot in front of you. So you can bend the knee, and the right foot is just about at your left thigh, and bringing that right arm up. So this is the next version. The next version again starts from plank position, and you're coming out to the outer edge of that left foot, and you can just step that right foot in front of the left and bringing the right arm up. And other version is that again starting from plank, and then this time keeping both feet together and then reaching the arm up. Now if you had any
past injuries or any sensitivity with your wrist, you can do any of the versions, lowering down in your forearm, just making sure that this time the elbow is at the same point as your shoulders. So starting again from plank, when you're ready, choose the version that works for you. Inhaling up to plank and then coming into a side plank position. As we exhale, we come back into plank and then inhale to the other side. One more time. Inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other side. And then coming down, exhale, and then lowering down to child's pose. Any variation that you like, maybe reaching your fingertips forward, or maybe just having your arms by your side. Great, when you're ready, coming up. And then from here, we're just coming back quickly to a plank position. And then from here, we're lowering our knees down, bending our elbows, and we're lowering all the way down to the mat. I'm going to do some cobra variations from here. So as we inhale, we start to point your toes so that your knees are lifting up the mat, starting to flatten your pelvis. And on the next inhalation, lifting up and bring your arms alongside of your body. You can turn your palms gently to face forward. And as an option, you can lift your feet as well. As you exhale, release, coming down. Just repeat this. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, and one more time, and exhaling down, and just turning your head to one side, turn your palms to face forward, and just fully release and relax your shoulders, relax your feet, your ankles, and your legs. This is a resting pose, so you can allow the whole body to melt towards the floor. And on your next inhalation, turning your head back, bring your hands a little bit lower than your shoulders, curling your toes and lifting up. And just sitting down to our sitting bones. We're just going to do a forward fold. So just stretching your legs out in front of you. You can keep your knees a tiny bit bent. You can also bring a folded towel underneath your knees. And you can maybe again use some prop to lift your hips up a little bit higher, so this way you can gain a bit more mobility in your low back. As we inhale, we just lengthen through the spine, from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head, and as we exhale, we're starting to fold. Very gently, we're just allowing the hands to follow the body movement and just walk forward. Of course, if you're flexible, you can reach towards your big toes and grab it with your index and middle fingers, but that's just an option. Allowing the breath to calm down, just to
still flow naturally. And as you inhale, coming up. And now we're just going to do a relaxed version of the butterflies. It's called the diamond. So in this case, we're not bringing our heels close to our hips. We're just sliding them forward for that diamond shape to happen. You might want to use a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a book or any kind of prop that you have at home. Maybe just place it behind your heels. When you inhale, you can lengthen through the spine. Again, grounding the sitting bones down, and as you exhale, starting to fold forward. You can slide your hands down on your feet and just placing that block or that prop you're using underneath your forehead so you can relax there and rest. Just check in with your body. Any tension you might feel, focus on the exhalation to release it. And in your next inhalation, gently coming up, and now we're rolling back. So just coming forward on your mat, bring your arms forward, palms facing each other, and slowly rolling down through each vertebrae and back onto the floor. And just to massage the lower back, you might want to hug your knees. And as you exhale, release, keeping your knees bent, bring your feet down onto the mat, and we're just going to roll up onto a bridge position. So as we inhale, we start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and as we exhale, rolling them down, each vertebrae at a time. And just repeat as you inhale, rolling up, lengthen through the thighs, and maybe walking your shoulders underneath, interlocking your fingers and pressing through the edges of your hands and the edges of your arms. A nice bridge position. And as you exhale, rolling down. And again, just hug your knees and then rock side to side. And from here, we're going to just prepare for Shavasana. So if you have a blanket, if you want to use a cushion or a bolster or a folded blanket or a towel underneath your knees, this is the time for it. Just finding a comfortable position. Just starting to feel how the breath is cooling down, calming down each time. And just notice any feelings in your body, any thoughts in your mind. This is the time to just witness. Don't worry too much. There might be thoughts coming and going, and you're just witnessing them. As you release into silence. Just very slowly coming back to the present moment. Just gradually deepening your breath. Just starting to be aware of the room that you're in, any sounds you can hear. And just starting to be aware of your body and starting to move it any direction that might feel nice. Maybe wriggling your toes and fingers, rolling your ankles and wrists. Maybe reaching your arms overhead and reaching your legs back. And then maybe hugging your knees in as you rock side to side. And we're just coming to your right side from here when you're ready. Just taking a moment here. And when you're ready, coming up into comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. And just take a deep breath and exhale out through the mouth. I'm just going to finish up with some mantra meditation. So we're going to do Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. So I'll just repeat. I know it's a little bit of a longer one. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. So I'll just start and then you can do it with me, or you can also just listen to it, whichever is the best for you. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. And the last one. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaur Hari. Just coming back to your silent breathing. Adding these mantras to your life and to your practice can have a beautiful effect, nice and purifying. And just to finish up, we're going to rub our palms together just as we've done at the beginning of the class. And once you feel they're nice and warm, bringing them to your closed eyes. And just bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart space. And just feeling the gratitude for our practice today, we bow our heads and say Namaste. Namaste.